Hey, good afternoon, boat friends. February 15th. It's a beautiful Wednesday. A little bit of wind, just hang in there with me. I'm going to be showing you quite a few things here. Got a new vantage point. We're on Pier 39. We'll go take a look at that in a minute. We got a bunch of sea lions that are going to be over in this direction. Going to show you that. Had an awesome meeting today. I'm clear of my meeting now. Now I'm going to relax and show you a couple things down here at Pier 39. We see a vessel in the distance. You have the Golden Gate Bridge. There's going to be a lot of vessels going by us here over the next few minutes that we're out here together. Let me have you concentrate on this vessel right here. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. That right there, that is the SS Jeremiah O'Brien. That is one of two remaining fully functional Liberty ships. There's about 2,700 of them built, and they were built during World War II. And this is one of the last two that are remaining. So, wanted to show you that. We'll take a look at some of the vessels out there. I'm going to go show you the sea lions, give you a little feeling for what's going on in San Francisco right now. I'm from Minnesota, so obviously this is some warm weather for me right now. 55 degrees, glorious sunshine out here. Blue skies, as you can see. This is the San Francisco Bay. Take a look at some vessels. I'm going to be showing you some ships. I'm going to be just checking out the area, really concentrating on the water and the boats, the vessels that are out there. A few sea lions along the way. There's Alcatraz. And there's nothing I can do about the resolution. YouTube, when you live stream, they only allow you to do 720. If I could, I'd be doing 4K to give you the best clarity possible. Some sailboats out there. Looks like, trying to make that out if we have a Coast Guard vessel out there, what that is. Looks like it could be Coast Guard or a tug. I'm going to pull up AIS and see if I can determine what that is here in a moment. Well, let's take a look at this vessel that's out there right now. Looks like there's a couple of them. Really easy for the captains to navigate San Francisco Bay today. A little windy, as I said, but conditions are awesome. Hey, Jim. Hey, everybody on live. How are you? Just a little bonus video here. Obviously, I'm not in Duluth or the Twin Cities, so I'm a happy camper. 55 degrees, feeling good in the sunshine here in beautiful San Francisco. At a meeting in Silicon Valley this morning with a technology giant, and been doing business with them for quite a while. Excellent meeting, great people. So I'm clear for the day, so I can enjoy this scenery in this beautiful place with you. Nothing like being by the water. Helps me relax and be ready for my next day. Take a look at those flags. Let me bring you over. I'm trying to block the wind for you right now. I'm going to bring you over to what Pier 39 is known for. I'll show you the sea lions that are sitting out on the dock. Then we're going to come back and take a look at some of these other vessels as they come about. So let me walk you around, show you what's going on. Definitely a community that has a maritime flavor without a doubt. Hey, Matt, that's a good temperature in the 50s, 60 degrees. We'll take that all day, right? Take a look at all these locks right here. Pretty interesting, right? There you go, everybody. '65 in Maryland. That's awesome. Got the sea lions down there. Looks like they're resting, basking in the sun. Yeah, it makes me reminisce and think about Lake Superior. Got that open water, the vessels. When Remember, I always show you the flags there next to the lift bridge. Very similar. The only difference here, we have a huge bridge, but it doesn't go up or down. That Golden Gate Bridge. You take a look at, you got the seagulls. I mean, it's almost like I'm out there on the north or the south pier there in Duluth, checking them out. I don't know if anybody caught it, but yesterday, the Coast Guard buoy tender, you know, the Alder that's been in Duluth for all those years, the Coast Guard ship that we've looked at, I mean, that was here in San Francisco going under the bridge. It sounds like Chuck did some investigating, and now it's based here. So what a coincidence to see that ship that I've seen for so many years here in San Francisco, and it's based here. But again, there's a steamship there. Maybe you do a little bit of research after the fact. That is the SS Jeremiah O'Brien. Very interesting story. And there's some other vessels that are right next to Pier 39 as well. You can kind of see the masts that are above those buildings. But yeah, I just wanted to get out here, do a little bit of walking. A lot of tourists are out here. A lot of tourists are out here. And just wanted to get by the water, you know. Let me zoom in a little more in Alcatraz for you. They call that the Rock. That's definitely a place that was not fun for anybody that was staying there. Very cramped cells and conditions that weren't too favorable if you're staying there. So Golden Gate Bridge that you see in that direction, straight over there, absolutely massive. I believe, I'm going to double check on that, I believe the length of the Golden Gate Bridge is 1.7 miles. So a little larger than most people believe. But there's going to be a lot of ships passing by us over the next few minutes that we're out here. Yeah, I confirmed 1.7 miles in length, that Golden Gate Bridge that you see there in the distance. But anytime that you get out here and you look in the bay, you got sailboats, you got some type of activity. Oh, here you go. Here's a ship that's could be a tugboat pushing a barge. You know, I'm going to go on AIS and I'm going to try to find some information for us to determine what that vessel is right there. Let's see if I can figure it out for you. Definitely moving along. You can take a look at that bow of that barge popping through. Some tourists in the background, as you can tell. How could you be having a bad day? 55 degrees, come on. Okay, this is the San Joaquin River. It's called the San Joaquin River. That's the tug. "20 meters in length, 8 meters in width. It's traveling at 7.4 knots right now. Cool color scheme. A little bit of blue. I'm trying to see what kind of... Looks like they got some type of contraption on that barge. I can't make that out too well, but you can see it's really moving there, just over 7 knots. Powerful little tug. But that's what I like about this place. It does remind me a little bit of... Reminds me of being by the big lake, Lake Superior. This is a lot bigger, but guess what? It's gives me that energy waiting for the new shipping season to begin. Get a feel for the atmosphere here. You got a lot of people walking around, taking selfies, taking pictures. There's quite a few restaurants that are in this direction. If you go straight ahead right there, a along that wall, there's plenty of restaurants. You can see the downtown skyline of San Francisco. I would say that the gusts probably around 8 to 10 miles per hour based on those flags that we're seeing. Give you a good glimpse. Let's get a look at the tug, Alcatraz, and a few other vessels that are in the distance. Let's watch her moving through the water. Hey, Ralphie. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Just having some fun in San Francisco. What's the weather back there in the Twin Cities, Minnesota area? I'm guessing probably in the teens. There was a little bit of a warm-up, but that went away pretty quick. Yeah, the global warming. Well, I mean, it started getting into the 40s in the Twin Cities. Let me show you a little more like what I was talking about, where you can see those restaurants and all that around the corner. Hopefully the network connectivity is okay here. I'm right by a lot of buildings. It's a little bit of a walk down there, straight in that direction. Got the seagulls. 72 in Columbus, Ohio. Look, this is a good sized seagull here. Hey, buddy. Got plenty to do here. This bird has plenty to do over here. If you were a seagull, this would be a nice place to be. Really good coloring on this bird. See that? Real happy. Real friendly guys here. Look at this. I don't got no food. I'm not the tourist with the food. I'm just the tourist with the camera. I see a good sized sailboat that's going to be coming by us here in a few minutes as well. Get one last zoom in on that tug barge combo. Very interesting. I like how that barge is kicking up some of that water there on the bow. The sailboat that I was talking about. Right there you can see a serious lean on that. They're really catching the wind. But I gotta tell you, the current is dramatic in the San Francisco Bay. I think there's been plenty of stories when people talk about Alcatraz and those escapes. I think that the issue that they faced during those escape attempts was the current here in the San Francisco Bay. You know, when you're sitting on top of the hillside or you're looking down from the Golden Gate Bridge, you can literally see it just based on some of the foam and the bubbles on the water, how that thing is moving. Definitely don't want to have any issues with a ship. Got a smaller vessel that was right next to the barge. I'm sure it's going to get caught a little bit in that wake right there. Not too sure what that is. Water temp is cold. Chuck, I don't remember what the temp is, but they always said even if it's a hot day in San Francisco, the water is always cold. So, you know, I don't know if it would be the same temperature of Lake Superior, but that's something that I've always hold. Right, that's something that I was always told. It's very cold water here. You know, when you go to Los Angeles or you go to some of these other seasonal places, when it's warm, 90 degrees out, 80 degrees, you go in that Pacific Ocean and it's warm. I mean, you feel like you're in the bathtub. That's not the case here. You know, I haven't jumped in the water, but I'll take people's word for it at this point, right? That's a tour vessel. As I was walking up here, Superior doesn't get over 40 degrees, Ralphie said. Yeah, I mean, that's hypothermia sets in pretty fast. Don't want to be playing around out there. But as I was walking up here, I overheard through an intercom there was a lot of people that were going to be going out on a vessel, a tour vessel that probably be coming back anytime. They were going to go out for an hour. I was contemplating going on it and doing a live, but you know, I'm not dressed as warm as I would like. Look at this little fella down here. I wasn't dressed as warm as I would like. So I figured, especially with the wind as well. Hey, Pam, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm out here in San Francisco trying to push the warm air your way. 55 degrees. I'll give Pam a look. I know that she likes looking at ships too. This is the SS O'Brien, built during the World War II era, Pam, and this is one of the last two in existence. You can see you got sailboats and everything in the background. I hear the sea lions are making some noises over here. Look at these guys just basking in the sun here, just relaxing. And as you could hear, the sea lions were saying, make sure that you subscribe and keep your eye out for some of those future live streams that I'm doing. So appreciate them passing that along. Give you another look. Pretty decent amount of tourists that are out here. Yeah, so there's some vessels that are docked all around this area. Oh, wow, Anthony, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So nice of you. Thank you so much for that donation. Yeah, so no matter where you're at, we're all in San Francisco together right now. It's kind of fun bringing people with, right? But don't you think that's kind of cool? Go over, look at the sea lions. Oh, see, here's another vessel in the distance. Didn't see this. One thing that I've noticed, I got to check AIS. These vessels are moving quick in the bay. I mean, they're really moving fast. By the time, we're looking at the sea lions, got a helicopter up here. Talk about action. I mean, there's a lot going on around here. Let's take a look at this. I'm assuming this is going to be a tourist type of vessel here. Yeah, you can see people on the top. It's moving pretty good. Now, to give you a little bit of an idea where these vessels could be going, let's think about it. You have the Golden Gate Bridge, which is right here. Alcatraz, and on this side, if we were to go to the right and work our way around, you'd be going through the Bay Bridge, which connects San Francisco to Oakland. Actually, I've got a little time on my hands. Let's go walk down to where that gate is together. Let's go check this out. Maybe we'll be able to see something around that corner. I can see people that are eating. There's restaurants right up above. How's the connection? Is there any issues with the chopping up with the network, or is everything okay as far as the video at least? Okay, good. And then over here, when you're on Pier 39, you can walk right through this area, and there's a bunch of shops and other restaurants. It's a really fun place to go. I would recommend parking. They have a Pier 39 huge parking lot. You definitely want to park there. It's a little more expensive, but you're going to have plenty of security watching your vehicle. And rule of thumb, when you are traveling in a new place and you're staying in a hotel, any parking ramps, take all of your stuff, put it in your trunk, lock everything up. I don't care if you have 1 quarter that's sitting in that cup holder. Get everything out of there so there's nothing that someone could see to try to break in. Play it safe. So here you go. We actually get to see the Bay Bridge, so I'm glad I walked down here. Here's the Bay Bridge. Some people from just in a plane could sometimes mistake that for the Golden Gate, which obviously it's not. But if you've never been here, quickly you look at it, you go, oh, there's the Golden Gate Bridge. No, that's the Bay Bridge. It connects on the right side of the screen. That's San Francisco, left side, Oakland. So Anthony, I'm gonna keep walking, but the only worry is if you see the density of this building, sometimes with the network connectivity, we could have issues with the connection. So please, if you start having any type of lagging, you gotta let me know. But we'll give it a shot here. Well, that's a good idea here. Anthony said go around the corner. Now we have more boats to check out. Now hopefully this is still okay with the connection for you. I don't know if I'd want to be out in the San Francisco Bay in this. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch someone out on that first. I don't think you could ever get me out there. Yeah, take a look at this marina. This is cool. A lot of boats, a lot of sailboats. A lot quieter over on this side, no doubt about it. Just a continuation of Pier 39. We'll go back over on that other side. The wind obviously has died down over here, so the wind is coming from the opposite direction. Yeah, the SS Minnow. I don't know, Ralphie. The SS Minnow actually looked a lot bigger. It's another, looks like a tug barge combo there in the distance. Check that out. Looks like another tourist type of vessel out there. I mean, your head will get spinning with how many ships that you can see out here. I'm okay with that. I'll be an owl for a little bit. No problem with that. I'll check out this cool sailboat that's coming through right here. Let me see if I can zoom in and just take a better look at what they're doing. Plenty of wind, as you can tell, in the bay. So if you know what you're doing, you're having a fun day out there. I mean, we're talking hundreds of privately owned boats all through here. So I can guarantee you, actually, let's take a look at this while we're here. You can see the tip of the tallest building. You can't tell from here because we have, this hill is closer to us, so those buildings look closer. But that's the Salesforce Tower right there, that building. Let me point right there. Salesforce Tower, 1,070 feet, 61-story building, 1.4 million square feet. Tallest building in San Francisco. You know, the real question becomes, I mean, it's an awesome marina that we're looking at, but I guarantee you it will break the bank for most people just having a slip here. If you had an annual slip, you're talking big bucks. Nothing is cheap in San Francisco, Bay Area, nothing. I told you I have a few friends that they bought their homes in the Silicon Valley area, you know, 20 some years ago. I mean, there's nothing that you can get in you know, just a decent home that is under $1 million. It is very expensive out here, and there's a lot of homes that are fixer-uppers at $1 million too. So you start getting into Palo Alto and some of those areas, I mean, the numbers go up even more. Let me look in the distance here. Looks like we have a cargo terminal. So take a look at there. I mean, it's very reminiscent of when I was in New Jersey, when we saw the port out there in New Jersey with those cargo ships and everything that were going in. I'll bet you right there, that's the terminal where they're unloading and offloading out there. Again, just a beautiful day, fun to bring you with. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah, Port of Oakland. So Anthony said that's the Port of Oakland that we were just looking at. Hopefully the video really lets you feel how beautiful of a day. I know it's a little windy, but I'm not going to complain. Yeah, it's just a beautiful area as far as the maritime ships. Well, let's get back into the sunshine. A little more wind. One thing that I did some research on is they said that San Francisco, I mean obviously this is a technology hub of the world. They say that the network connectivity and just when you're trying to live stream, there's a lot of bandwidth here to stream. So it appears like that could be the case. A lot of other places like Duluth and other areas, really they don't have the network set up as strong, but it seems like everything is going okay here, going by buildings and everything else. Go check out some ships over here on the side. Now remember, if you are in a cold place like I live in Minnesota, every day that goes by, just say this to yourself: one day closer to spring. One day closer to spring. That's all you got to say. One day closer to spring. And tap your heels together too. Beautiful sailboat. That's one that we just saw coming around the corner. Looks like they made the turn. I'm going to try to stand behind the camera where the wind, I'm trying to block it, because I know that can get kind of annoying if you listen to someone stream and just tons of wind. But unfortunately I did not bring my my windscreen. It's called that dead cat, where it shields the wind. So Alcatraz is fun to look at. When you live in a place like this, when you actually live here in San Francisco, I think people don't even look into the bay after a while. They don't even notice Alcatraz. And I mentioned this on my live yesterday. I mean, I've been to Alcatraz. I've done that tour. And it's awesome, no doubt about it. But I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. You got to bring your walking shoes. That's no joke. I mean, you start out when you get off that, they bring you over on a boat. You start out at the bottom and you walk all the way up. You start out with a steep incline that you go up to get to the top, and you're already tired by the time you get up there. So bring your walking shoes. Make sure you have a Gatorade with you too. But once you get up there, it's really cool. Everything that you've seen on the movies and all the stories, everything is there. I mean, it's really unchanged. And like I said, when you walk in some of those cells, they're so small. Can't imagine spending time there. Even the sounds, I listen to the seagulls and the water hitting the side of the pier here. That's all stuff that relaxes me. You see the birds flying. Oh, here you go. What do we got over here now? Really popping through, has that bow really pushing through. That's the Harbor Princess. Harbor Princess. And then every about 20 or so minutes, you see a changeover of tourists and people that are standing there, enjoying those sea lions. You got a lot of stuff to look at right here at Pier 39. So if you ever make your way to San Francisco, bookmark time to be at Pier 39. Like I said, it is kind of a tourist trap. That's where they have all the restaurants and the people walking around. But you know, it's really located in a great spot where you can check all this stuff out. You see the Golden Gate, all the vessels that are moving around. You have Angel Island, so you have Alcatraz right here, and then to the right, that right there, that's Angel Island. You're looking at right there. That's an island right behind it. Well, hey, we had some fun, right? Just kind of hanging out, checking out Pier 39, looking at some sea lions, seagulls. Looks like that Harbor Princess is coming in back to the dock. Well, look, my boat friends, thank you for joining. Got to have some fun here checking out the San Francisco area, San Francisco Bay. It'll get warmer. Those ships will be back in Duluth soon, and we'll have some fun. But you have a great rest of the day, and I will see you soon.